Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Did you know your voice sounds better with a 1.7 decibel cut at 2,049 hertz?
Dude, cut me up at 1.8 decibels. What's that sound like? Does my voice sound different now? Give me more hertz. Steal my megahertz.
What do you think about it?
I'm going to put a reverb effect right here. You can't stop me.
Great.
I think it sounds great. I sound awesome. You make me sound good with your cloud lifting production technology. Thank you, Chris, for learning about shit I don't have to care about.
It's been fun to learn about that stuff sometimes.
I appreciate it. You're the number one producer, Chris. This podcast sounds good because Chris worked hard reading things on the internet and testing them with his hands.
And it has effect now because of Eric. So.
I can't end my life because I am not alive.
Also, visit us at patreon.com/retroam if you want to check out our bonus stuff.
Soundwave, vocoder, sound effect.
There's more out there. We'll talk about bonus stuff for this series later. Do you want to hear some hot sounds that I've recorded?
Yes, I do.
I'm pointing at you so that you know who I'm talking to. Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic JRPGs chapter by chapter, beat by beat. This season we're covering 2 video games consecutively, Suikoden and Suikoden 2. My name's Chris, I'm joined by Eric. Hey Eric, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, nice to see you again. It's good to be here with you again, talking about an RPG for a year. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. Hello, RealNet. It's nice to see you again as well. You too can join the RealNet and get access to all of our bonus stuff and join the entertaining and fun times of live recording sessions at patreon.com/retroam. This episode is brought to you by Supergoat.
Nice.
Thank you, Supergoat, for sponsoring this episode with your patronage.
You're welcome, Chris.
Ever since Terra Enigma, I don't think of goats the same.
God, the goats. Speaking of patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the FakeNet, our post-production AI companion and manufacturer of the special glove used to suck literal shit out of the environment in The Gunk.
Initializing FakeNet.
It's a scientific tool designed to purify the environment. But go off, King.
I don't know what that means.
The Gunk is a video game available on Game Pass.
Oh.
Made by the folks who made SteamWorld, Dig, Heist.
I've been playing some Minecraft lately. We're not going to talk about that.
It's not SteamWorld.
No. But you do dig. So, Eric, one of our best friends called the cops on us.
Yes, the other best friend got a cursed glove he made us have.
No, he didn't give us the glove. He took his glove off and gave us the rune.
Okay, even worse. So he didn't give us the fancy armware to like if someone's like giving you like a welding glove or some shit or the mask, it's like, here, take the tools, but no mask.
Yeah, and by the way,
we're not wearing protection.
It's true. I'm assuming, by the way, that the transfer of runes, the succession of runes must
raw dogging the rune.
The succession of runes must be done like with express written consent, not written consent, but express consent.
Yeah,
from
you
one
don't know
part
what
to
you're
the other.
getting into.
You can't just send. You can't
and
just
that's what
give,
just happened.
Yeah, you can't just give somebody a rune without their soul accepting it.
So Chris is on team. Ted knows what he's doing. Please trust him. I've played this game 5 times, and I'm on team. I know about RPGs.
Ted's the final boss.
So we're in rainy Gregminster. It's still raining.
Yeah.
It's reflected in the town. It's night and rain is falling all over the screen.
The rain looks okay.
Yeah, that's a good rain effect for outdoors. And I mean, Link to the Past did it, sure, but it looks okay now. I head to the inn to save my video game. And Marie says, "Oh my," as soon as I walk in. She recognizes Tyr.
Yeah.
Then there's noises of birds chirping and the rain stops. Marie wonders what's going on with Imperial soldiers running around and Tyr scurrying in, soaking wet.
Yeah. By the way, we're in that vacant upstairs room that we noticed when we were exploring the town.
I was like,
earlier.
what's the purpose of this?
Yeah.
She then drops it, saying to forget it, and we probably can't talk about it. She says, "Don't worry, you're welcome to hide out here. I'll put it on your tab." The boy has a tab at the bar.
Yeah.
Gremio says we should make ourselves scarce for a while. Cleo thinks the only alternative is to travel north and ask Master Tail for help.
That seems like the most competent thing to do here, right?
I mean, you're telling your dad you fucked up, but what if dad is also bad?
Yeah, that's true. We don't know that. Well, the real question is does Teo's honor supersede his familial duties?
We don't have enough information.
No, we don't.
We need to escape Gregminster. I try and leave, and Gremio tells me not to wander about. I'm going downstairs to save, and I hope nothing fucks with me.
Yeah, beautiful Golden Capital is once again playing. The scene in the diner has changed, though. Before we had soldiers arguing about which of the 5 great imperial generals was the best.
As soldiers do.
Was it Sonja Schillen, Milich Oppenheimer, Kawanda Rotunda, whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Qasim Hazil, all those guys. Tail McDowell. But
Idiot Kramer.
in this case, one of the guards here is saying that he is exhausted from looking for the rebels all night.
Damn.
The other says that he just can't believe that General Teo's son was a member of the rebels. Stop calling me a rebel. There's also a third guy here. His sprite is different. He's got shaggy brown hair. His name, when you speak to him, is given to you, even though he doesn't introduce himself, is Viktor, with a K.
He's got like a Dick Tracy coat on.
I don't think Viktor was wearing a coat.
He's got a yellow collar. He's got something.
He's wearing that. He's wearing like
on this audio podcast? What's he wearing, Chris?
In the artwork, he's wearing like a leather kind of breastplate.
Okay.
With a collared shirt underneath of it.
Great. Excellent character design.
Yeah, he's great. Anyway, he says that he was just so hungry that he couldn't help himself, which I guess that means he came in here and he ate too much.
This guy's about to get us into some shit is what that means.
Yeah.
I tried and get the hell out of the inn, but then 2 Imperial guards burst in, call Tyr a little runt and say, I get called to duty on a holiday, sent out to search for someone all night, finally find a moment to catch some rest, and you come along.
Yeah.
He had a choice.
This guy's looking for someone to take his anger out on.
Yes.
Because he had to work. He got called into work.
On a holiday.
And I get it.
Yeah, it sucks.
But I'm not going to beat up a kid.
Hopefully he gets double time.
Yeah.
Your options are shut up, you fool, or parentheses, we better try to be inconspicuous.
Yeah.
I take the first option. Fuck it. I can take these guys. I've already killed Imperial men in Rockland.
Yeah.
He replies with, what kind of language is that? We're Imperial soldiers, you're protectors. Wait a minute, you look too familiar. Tyr then backs up and he's joined by Gremio and Cleo who rushed down the stairs.
Guess what, Eric? I picked the opposite thing.
Yeah?
And the guards still want to talk shit because I didn't apologize to them, and
Right.
then the same thing happens. So I'm glad we got some player expression there, but not much changes.
Destiny cannot change.
Destiny.
The soldier seems to be tipped off by the young master business. You, show me his face. You look like the fugitive, the McDowell kid. Gremio tells Tyr to get away while he holds them off. Cleo is prepared to fight too, but then Viktor swoops in from across the room.
Yeah.
That's enough, young fella. You too, big Imperial shots. Use your heads. Would fugitives from the law still be hanging around here? They couldn't be that stupid.
I think Viktor, and we've played further, deeper into the game, so... But I think Victor's first impression that he gives off is like, he's kind of a roughneck.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
he's a swindler.
Oh, yeah. He's like, he's ready to, he doesn't mind fucking somebody
He's
up.
got like Mad Mardigan energy, I think.
Ooh, yeah, there's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that.
The guard submits to reason and calms down. Victor then lays it on even thicker. Quote, stop it, you're scaring them. Leave it to me to kick them out. Victor then walks us out the front door.
Victor lays it thicker.
After that happens, the soldier, I think, says, don't worry, there's no reason why we should be so loyal to the Empire.
Yeah, it's a real Biggs and Wedge moment, actually.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
Quit
it.
their job,
let's
we're at
get
the bar already.
Yeah.
Marie says, hey, it's that guy. Then it cuts. Did Marie just sell us out? Why? Who's that guy? I think she's talking about Victor, the guy who didn't...
Oh, yeah, I think she's saying, oh, he didn't pay his tab.
Yes.
Like, he's
We'll
using
find out
us
in a
as an
minute.
excuse to get out of his tab, which is a power move.
We get outside and Gremio thanks Victor. He says that he was just wondering how to pay for his meal, and the gang realized Victor just did this to skip out on payment.
Yeah.
Pretty good trick, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Victor admits it. Come on, let's go. Well then, thanks for helping us out. Then he fucks off and we all party up.
He's sitting on a park bench just north of us, actually.
Yeah.
And we can get... What would you do next?
I went up there.
Yeah, me too.
Talk to him.
Yeah. If we speak with him, Victor admits that he knows who we are.
Everyone, like, in this game treats Tyr normally, and then, like, the next conversation is like, I know who you are, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I knew at the time.
Gremio says that we are not rebels. Victor doesn't give a shit, though, and asks if we have an escape plan.
Gremio takes offense to that. Like, he doesn't want to be labeled as a...
Yeah. Victor says that he has an idea. As an expert dine and dasher, he used to do this kind of thing. We can choose to trust him or not.
He did start off as saying he couldn't care less either way.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe he's like a neutral entity here.
Yeah. I think he does care, actually, from what we find out later.
Well, yeah, but he's like, you got to play it off like you don't care.
Yeah. Victor has one condition. If he helps us and we succeed in this escape, he'd like us to meet someone.
About to get catfished.
Yeah, it's possible. First, we have to go to the palace gates, he says. Then, Victor joins the entourage.
I head up what I believe is the palace gate. A guard says you, and then it auto runs me away. I guess that's the exit gate. I do that and we party out to chat. Victor says he's going to go talk to them and tells us to wait here. Victor then walks up to a guard, twists in circles, then comes back to us and says, everything's okay. Make sure to hide your faces. Chris, you never, ever want to hear anyone casually say that last sentence. Make sure you hide your faces.
No, you don't.
The guard walks up to us and literally says, sure is hot around here. Think I'll get in the shade. Then we all make a break for it. Gremio says he thought his heart would burst. Cleo needs some answers regarding Viktor's tactics. He replies, no big deal. I just gave him a little gift. Imperial soldiers act tough, but money's their weakness. That's the state of things in the Imperial capital. Corruption is everywhere. Everything's about to come apart at the seams. So that went like from swindling guards to death and destruction are imminent?
Yeah. Viktor's been around. He knows how to get around this world, obviously. Gremio was like, how'd you rob him with no money? I thought you just ran out of the diner. Viktor says, why should he use his own money to help us get away?
Smart move.
Yep. Gremio then notices that his wallet is gone.
Yeah. So he's a pickpocket.
Update, Gremio has a wallet.
Right. It's leather. It says bad motherfucker on it. Viktor hands Gremio his wallet back and says, here you go. I suggest you keep better eyes on it. And now for our little promise.
Eyes on it.
He calls Tyr little fella.
Yeah.
And Gremio gets hopping mad. Dude, when the sprites start hopping and it's always Gremio. It's so good.
Yeah, he's like vibrating kind of.
Yeah. Insisting his name is Master Tyr, Viktor acquiesces, saying he'd like us to meet someone in Lenankamp. You can say, it's a promise, or I've never heard of Lenankamp. Say it's a promise, and we party up and get out of here. Viktor says Lenankamp is south.
It's great.
I go to Rockland to win more money off Marco.
Good. Okay, so now that Viktor's in your party, there's one key thing that you need to do.
What's that?
Because Viktor's not going to attack. Viktor will not attack.
Oh, because he's in the back row? He's in the front row?
Viktor is our... I don't remember if Pawn was or not, but Pawn was in front by default. But Viktor...
Yeah, there are two rows in...
So Viktor is a short-range character, meaning he must be in the front row if he's able to attack. Characters like Tyr and Gremio are medium-range characters, meaning they can attack from either row, but they can only ever attack enemies that are in the front row. And Cleo, with her air sword, which I don't think we ever called out, her weapon is called the air sword.
It's a good sword.
Is a long-range character which can attack enemies in the front row or the back row, and she can also attack from wherever. So long range has the most options, although long range characters tend to be a little bit weaker defensively, so they work better in the back row. That's important as we get more characters in terms of how you configure your party configuration. Configure your configuration.
World map.
Just checked in to see what condition my condition is in. My configuration is in. I just configured in to see what configuration my configuration is in.
Chris is shorting out.
All right, let's head to Lenankamp.
Rockland plays.
Yep.
We all party out. Viktor says it's not much of a place, but they do make fine tea here. Ha 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 ha. Well, then it's about time I got to work. Let me go make some arrangements. I may be late. Take a look around. Gremio wonders who Viktor wants us to meet, and she doesn't trust him. Cleo wonders what we should do now, suggesting she would love to take a shower.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just like Tifa.
City is divided between a silver lower portion and a beige cobblestone upper portion, so there's multiple levels to this city.
Yeah, this
it's
is
like a little bit more upscale.
This town is obviously much more well off than Rockland. Its population, by the way, is 7,500 people, and its primary industries are trade and armor. I guess because there is a blacksmithy here.
Some guy in a blue robe with a 5 o'clock shadow who looks like my dad every day in 1996 says, "Is it true General Tao went north? War is bad for business."
Have you been to America?
Right? Well, for some countries, war is bad for business. I mean, you're either of war is changed or war never changes. Like, pick your poison. Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. There's a rune master up in town. Did you attach any runes yet, or have you figured that part out yet?
Not at this point in the game.
Okay, well, it's all right, Eric. It's okay. There's also a guy that says that if we want to spend the night, he would recommend the Keyaki Inn. It's just down the street.
That person, doesn't that also say you see a suspicious bunch of people that go in there and never come out? What do you suppose they do?
Yeah, there's somebody. Yeah, one of those guys is out here too. There's also a house to the left up the stairs. Did you go in there?
Yeah, go in that house.
There's a lady. She asked me if I'm not from hereabouts, which is an awkward sentence. I had to read a few times, but I guess it means you're not from here. She says that she has a daughter named Meg, and if we ever run into her, please tell her to come home once in a while. Her father's also here. He says, "Darn that tomboy Meg. Adventure calls indeed," making her folks worry like this.
Answering the call to adventure is the number one thing parents worry about in RPGs.
Yeah, and that's what's happened with old Meg. Hope we can find the thread here at some point.
Chris, will we ever meet Meg?
Yes.
Great. I think you can assume in Suikoden, if you get a proper name character, you're going to run into them in 5 to 50 hours.
Yes. I mean, yes. Mm-hmm. Clive. Did you go? I went to the armorer, by the way. Did you do that?
Yeah, I'd already been here previously, but yeah, you walk in and you can sharpen your blades up to level 5, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's where it'll stop. If you run out of money, it makes a quack noise. Quack, quack, quack. It's pretty good.
Or if you've leveled them up too much, it makes that.
It'll
good
say.
noise.
Yeah, it'll say can't handle. Also went to the armor shop and sold all of my leather coats and equipped my people with brass armor because I wanted more defense.
It's a annoying issue. Sorting through inventory, I wish it were simpler, but that interface hadn't been invented yet.
At least it will highlight the names green and red. Yeah, that's like, if it didn't do that, it would be rough. But yeah, not the most friendliest of interfaces, especially with inventory management. Oh, also, while I was at the blacksmith, I attached the Thunder rune piece to Gremio's axe.
What's that do?
Adds a lightning or a thunder property to Gremio's axe, allowing him to do additional elemental damage.
Does that burn your rune? Can you detach that and still give it to somebody else?
I think so, yes. While I was in the blacksmith, also I noted the weapons that people have. I don't think we noted that Tyr's weapon is called the Wolf Fang Staff.
It's nice.
Which is cool. Gremio's just an axe. Despite
Wolf Fang
referring
Staff,
to
it's like a nail bat, but with wolf teeth.
I don't think it's actually made of wolf fangs.
No, not like it's a wooden staff and it's got like teeth in the top part where you hit people.
Oh.
Like a nail bat, but with teeth.
Oh. Nail bats are good,
weapon, right?
so probably, yeah.
Nail bat will fuck you up.
Mm-hmm. And as we said, Cleo has the air sword. There is also a house above the blacksmith. Did you go in there?
Sure.
There's a man in there. He looks like a beardless Sneff. He's got a portrait.
I don't want to think about beardless Sneff.
His name is Kryn. Did you meet Kryn?
I missed this.
Oh, he's a portraited character. He looks like he's about to sell me on his new NFT project.
Oh, no.
He's got a scowl about him. He's got a bowl cut and everything. It's weird.
You wake up and you go to sleep and wake up and all of the apes are gone?
All I remember about...
Is that joke still playing May when this airs?
Fucking... All the apes are gone by the time this episode airs.
All of them.
Like, they've all been destroyed. They've all
Everybody open an email and
yeah.
All been destroyed.
Yeah, some fucking NFT Robin Hood is out there just capturing NFTs and destroying them. Putting them, like, taking them off the blockchain if that's possible.
Blocking the blockchain.
Yeah, burning down fucking server farms.
Kill the internet.
I don't remember anything about Kryn except for I hate him. Like, I saw his portrait and I was like, I fucking hate Kryn.
It's upsetting. A lot of upsetting portraits in this game.
I don't know. He's especially upsetting.
I don't know how I missed that. I think I'm thorough. I missed the lady in the Gregminster town. I missed Kryn.
Yeah.
Well, you missed the beat-ass incident in Rockland. So
weird.
Got to be thorough. Glad there's two of us.
Yeah, good thing. If you talk to him, he's like, hey, you know about how sometimes monsters leave urns behind? Well, sometimes you'll find valuable things in them. Hee hee.
I've been like, an inventory. I've gotten like question mark urn, question mark other stuff.
Yeah.
I've been trying to sell that and won't let me.
Well, you got to take him to an appraiser. Hee hee.
So he's telling you a mechanic of the game, but there's no appraiser in sight.
I don't think.
And I'm like very much further into the game.
There's one in Gregminster, but fuck it, you can't go back there.
Right? Yeah, we're wanted men.
It's like a magnifying glass on the shop
from Star Ocean.
No, on the shop. You go in there and it identifies it. It's a random roll kind of thing. Yeah, ready to go to the inn?
It's a loot box. Yes.
Yeah, sort of.
The inn's a fancy place. Blue tablecloths, purple padded chairs, bottles of wine on every table. Some guy in one of the rooms wants to go east to Rockland or west past Mount Tigerwolf to Saraday. Some guy upstairs says when he was out for a bit, someone broke into his room and stole all of his apes. Sorry, buddy. 70 bits per person to stay here. I think that's kind of weird how, like, you can sleep here, but we're going to need 70 for each one of you all, even though we'll give you one room with one bed.
Yeah.
I stay a night there, and the innkeeper says, so you are a friend of Victor's. Well then, I will prepare the best rooms we have.
Yep.
In the room, music. Theme of a moonlit night plays.
Indeed.
Gremio assumes that Victor never returned.
Yeah, Gremio refers to Victor as what's his name, which is another
disrespect.
Well, it's something that reminds me of Gremio's mom-like qualities, because my mom uses that term all the time.
Yes. My mom, like me and my brother had a bunch of friends with the same name, and my parents, that was just poison. They couldn't figure out whose friend was Nick and whose friend was Chris.
Yeah, my mom will cycle through like all male names when she's talking to me. She's like,
just
Michael,
them.
Larry, Chris.
Who are you? You're Chris.
Yeah.
Gremio assumes that Victor never returned. Cleo says we didn't make any other plans. She wants to wait a bit longer and then head north if Victor still doesn't show up. Cleo thinks Master Tio can help.
Did you think Victor was going to show back up, Eric?
Of course.
Okay,
he's a swindler, but he's like, we're indebted to him for something. But
he's got good vibes.
Yeah. Chris, how often do your kids wait before they run to you with a problem? And Chris, can they accurately judge the severity of that problem?
Oh, fuck. How long do they wait before trying to solve the problem themselves?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know, maybe
10 seconds?
Maybe a second. Like, I have recently had a conversation with Griffin about, like, he was playing Pokemon, and he was asking me which move to use in a battle, and I was like, what's it say? And he goes, I don't know, I haven't read it yet. I said, can you read? And he goes, oh, yeah, I can read. Then read it. And then he's like, oh. I think he just forgot that he could read and didn't have to ask Dad for, like, what's super effective against ground types or something.
Like, I know times have changed and you should treat kids at the time, but you just want to pick them up and go, I had to call a 900 number once a month.
Yeah.
With questions to ask.
Yeah.
Or get How to Win a Nintendo Games book at Walden Books. Sorry.
No, you're right. It's rough out there. Or, like, I can't join my brother's Minecraft world. I'll fucking log in.
Fucking rent a spare PlayStation to play split-screen Twisted Metal 2. Gremio spits out 20 dots, suddenly remembering Pon's betrayal. Cleo says, don't, Gremio.
Did you count those dots?
Oh, yes, a lot of elongated ellipses in this game.
We talked about this a little bit in the last episode, but this game does care quite a bit about how the characters are staged.
Yeah.
Because
it's well directed for a sprite game.
Yeah, when Cleo tells Gremio don't, she turns around and faces the other way.
Yeah, like they don't want to think about Pon because nothing productive will come from that, and it'll just make them depressed.
Yeah, which I always think of Final Fantasy VI as the game in which the staging of characters in a 2D game took a huge
3D game now, son.
A huge leap. Final Fantasy VI. Well,
you seen the pixel remaster stuff? Sorry.
I guess. I don't know. Fucking the font.
It's worse. It's worse. They made the opera scene 3D. Go ahead.
Fix the font.
There's a shitload of crashing noises. Gremio wonders what's going on. The camera pans down to the entrance of the inn, lined with 5 green-sashed Imperial soldiers. Theme of tension, Impact version plays. The soldiers say, we've heard some fugitives are staying here. We'll look around. It would be so great, Chris, if Viktor also sold us out for money.
Betrayed twice.
We just keep getting duped.
Yeah.
The innkeeper protests, saying their guests are sleeping. The soldier tells them to shut up and asks if they're planning to harbor rebels. It pans back up to our gang, and Gremio instantly thinks Viktor is ratted on us.
Yeah, but Victor's no cop.
No. Cleo is scared as well.
Yeah, Gremio wiggles a little bit here, too.
Yeah, the sprite paces back and forth, rapidly asking Tyr what we should do. You can pick let's fight or I'm scared, run. I say let's fight because I know I can kill them. Gremio hesitates but seems into it. Yes, young master. I, Gremio, will protect you with my life. Bound between honor and duty, Chris. What'd you pick?
I picked let's run.
Ugh.
Gremio tries to jostle open a window, but it's jammed.
Nice. Gremio can't... Gremio's kind of like weirdly inept most of the time, too.
Yeah.
It's one of those hotel windows that are nailed shut so you can't jump out of it.
How are you going to swear on a hatchet if you can't do shit?
That's right. Cleo tells Gremio to stop it, that I was kidding. I wasn't kidding. And that there are too many of them to try to fight anyway. It briefly pans back down to the soldiers who proceed to gather around the innkeeper. Gremio senses this, saying we're in, quote, big trouble. Cleo starts to formulate a plan to get Tyr out of here, but it looks like somebody is behind the clock.
Yeah, there's
this conspicuous clock in my room.
Yeah, there's a very slight grandfather clock noise as well. It's very hard to hear, but it's there.
The clock speaks. It says, this way, hurry. There's literally pixels of half an NPC sprite above and beside the clock.
Mm-hmm.
We move the clock out of the way, revealing a hidden dungeon below. Odessa is here.
Yes, she's got a good portrait. I love her portrait. She has like strong leader eyes.
Yeah, it's like determination. Long red hair, blue eyes staring at the sky. You can read a lot in the portrait. Like they're either looking down or over their shoulder or up in the sky. Like Suikoden does a lot with mono portraits.
Yeah, I love Odessa. She's the best. She pops out and asks us what we're waiting for, and we run down into the secret staircase into, Eric?
Yeah.
The sewers.
The debate sewers. I hope this whole game is random fools helping us every 20 minutes with little to no explanation.
Yes. Well, there is an explanation for this. Victor.
I know. I just like people just keep showing up to help me, and I love it. I'm into it. Sewers, noise, sewers, water dripping.
Yep. There's a small wooden table down here surrounded by 4 people. Maybe 5, 4. One of them is Viktor. Another is a grandpa. The other is a man in a blue cape and a blue headband. Also, there's a man in a yellow cape and a full suit of armor, and of course, Odessa, the woman from before.
So they have their hideouts in the sewers, Chris. Did you ever play Yakuza 6?
No, not yet.
Shun Akiya of Sky Finance, of course. His hideout is in the sewers in that game.
Oh, cool.
So I'm trying to like compile a list in my head of every sewer secret base.
Sewer hideouts?
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's the most famous one probably. Viktor steps forward and apologizes, but suggests that all this shit was pretty exciting, huh? Everyone's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Is Viktor an adrenaline junkie?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Like
look
high
at him.
sensation-seeking behavior.
Yeah. Victor, I can't answer that question.
Is he tying shopping carts to cars with phone cord and riding them with fireworks behind Target at 2 a.m.?
I want to tell you everything I know about Victor, and I can't.
Okay, great.
So, I just can't.
We party out, and Gremio correctly wonders what's going on here. Victor has a curious reply. I didn't think I'd give myself away so soon. Oh well, now that you've met Odessa.
Yeah.
Cleo recognizes the name Odessa. Gremio guesses they're all with the rebel army.
Yeah.
Question, Chris.
You know the Rebel Army, the one from Mississippi?
Ole Miss? Eli Manning? What?
The Rebel flag, Rebels.
Oh, yeah. Well, my question is about Rebel. I've heard it called Liberation Army, Rebel Army. Are these all the same thing? Are there multiple bands coalescing under one banner, or are they just Suikoden referring to the same thing by different names?
Well, it's actually just what the citizens of the Empire call them, because Odessa then chimes in and she says they prefer to be called the Liberation Army.
That does test better in focus groups.
Yes, and her full name is Odessa Silverberg, leader of the Liberation Army.
How do you do? So she's speaking. I get the feeling that Victor is a scoundrel, but I also think Odessa strikes me as a Renoa type figure, but with actual competence.
Oh yeah,
probably came from money and has used the power and influence to command people like Victor.
Yeah, more on this later, but Silverberg is a name.
Yeah,
in the entire Suikoden series, so she definitely is not from nowhere.
Flick is down here too.
Yeah, Flick. He's the man in the blue cape.
Spiky brown hair, blue headband, blue coat. Asks Victor if these are people Victor wanted them to meet.
Yep.
Victor is beaming. He surprises the gang by telling them Tyr is the son of General Theo McDole and a fugitive to boot.
Yeah.
Don't you think he'll be a great asset to the Liberation Army? And imagine the prize you think he has with Tyr, right?
Yeah.
He's wanted by the cops. His dad's a cop. He knows the lead cop. He also works for the cops, and he's killed cops.
And he doesn't even know we got the fucking Soul Eater, too.
No. No idea what he's found.
He did catfish us, actually.
Gremio can't believe this shit. You've got to be kidding. Why should the young master join the rebels? Right, young master? We get a choice. Who says I'll join, or maybe I should join the Liberation Army? And the second choice to me smacks of being 16 and thinking whatever next idea you've had is the best idea you've ever had in your entire life.
Yeah, it's true. This sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Even though, Victor did no recon on us. He just knows that we have good vibes. He knows that we're a silent protagonist. Therefore, he trusts us.
I think if we are a bunch of people who are well-dressed, as we probably are, we're carrying weapons, which we probably are, and we burst into an inn looking to hide out, and the cops are looking for us, Victor instantly sees something to prey upon.
Yeah.
A kindred spirit of scoundrels that he can aid with his own scoundrel magic.
Yeah. I don't really recommend operating like Victor does, on just the pure vibe of somebody.
In real life?
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
No. It can be useful, but also you may suffer the consequences of
you're going to get burned at some point.
Being bamboozled, maybe.
Wake up naked in the field.
Two choices. Who says I'll join, or maybe I should join the Liberation Army?
Yeah, what'd you pick?
I chose the first.
What happened?
Flick says, so he says. Victor thinks he can convince us since we have nowhere to go anyway, which is a very good point. If I ever get kicked out of my house and have nowhere to go, I might just go join the Proud Boys. You never know.
Okay.
I won't really, Eric.
Podcast over.
It's a joke.
I picked the second choice. Victor thinks we're in, but Flick hesitates. No way. Recently, many of our hideouts have been discovered. There must be a spy among us. With all the problems we already have, we can't afford to recruit complete strangers. So that's a much different response.
Yeah.
The hand of destiny did not intercede here. Odessa says something weird.
She guesses that we've been fooled by Victor as well.
I was like, what do you mean fool? I know what I'm doing here.
When he takes a liking to someone, he just drags them in, which again is further proof of how he operates.
But they do appear to be hunted by imperials, and the town's still full of soldiers. You may stay until things blow over. Whatever decision you make afterwards is up to yourself. Gremio can't believe this shit and asks if Tyr is kidding. Cleo is more receptive. Rebels, Liberation Army, well, why not? Maybe we should become true rebels. But Cleo still has a bit of allegiance here. On the other hand, what would Master Teo think? You know what I think about Cleo?
She's able to weigh her options. She needs data.
Kind of. I just think she's bored.
That's a good, interesting read.
Mercs have to kill, and it's been 7 years since the War of Succession. Cleo's just been in a room throwing pencils at the ceiling.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Throwing air swords at the ceiling.
Yeah,
it is also kind of weird how they're asking us to join the Liberation Army without much of a pitch at all.
We've slaughtered Imperial soldiers already fairly easily.
The Empire is kind of doing it's like it's pitch. It's like on its own just by being shitty. Like so, we've got that, but they're not giving us necessarily a reason why we would want to join.
With the Hand of Destiny on tier, do you picture him just because proximity, like a Paul Atreides type thing, where his dad is a great leader and he's trained his son in the ways of art and combat?
Yeah, I think that's. I mean,
like, is tier capable?
Knowing what we know about Teo so far, like that's his entire existence was to make sure that his son was.
Is Cleo Duncan Idaho?
I think that's Viktor.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you're more of a Dune guy than I. I've read Dune once and haven't seen the movie yet, so there we go. You can christen the Duncan Idaho later.
There are up to 5 good Dune books. I speak to Viktor, who suggests the Empire would kill us before they take us back. That's a hard sell, Chris.
Yeah.
Flick says he'll greet us as a guest as long as Odessa does too. My name is Lightning Flick at the Liberation Army. You've never heard of me? He also introduces Humphrey, the Swordsman, and Sanchez.
Yeah.
We 3 are pretty famous in the Liberation Army, you know. Sanchez, Chris, is portrait of Steve Martin.
I love Sanchez. He's got a kind face.
All he says is, my name is Sanchez. How do you do? Humphrey in portrait has his eyes closed and is looking away. He doesn't say a thing.
Yeah.
Odessa, though, apologizes. You must have had a fright. Viktor's got bad habits. I guess we're enemies. Too bad. It's a weird localization right there.
It is. Can we talk about Flick for a second?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm probably drawing forth too much of my knowledge of Flick to make this assertion now, but I'll do it anyway. Flick is kind of like, he embodies that trope of like the cool-ass, slick, awesome dude with a sword who is very powerful, but definitely not the main character, although it sure would be cool if he was the main character. But he's not quite qualified to be the main character.
Cool ass slick awesome is a casa. Cool ass slick awesome.
Yeah, that's not how I wrote it down here, but it came out that way.
Good acronym. So yeah, like I read what you're saying though. Like he could be a main character, but you're already the main character, so he can't be the main character.
Yeah, look at his fucking cape. I mean, you can tell that this guy's going to be awesome.
I guess I can leave now. I walk back up, and there's some guy passed out, face first, ass up at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, it's It's a bandit that we killed earlier.
Yeah, it's like he just kind of like croaked out here while he walked home. We party out, and Gremio asks if he's all right. The person croaks out that they must tell Lady Odessa
something.
Our gang drags him back down to the sewer conference room. Infection is inevitable. Music. This is just a rumor.
It is.
Plays the whole gang's here.
The man does not know where he is. Odessa tells him where he is. The sewers, the Liberation Army hideout, which seems maybe a bad idea. Maybe that's why their hideouts are being discovered. This guy is a Mount Saifu bandit. They only attack Imperials, according to this guy, I guess. The other day, the Imperial armor captured their bosses, Varkas and Sydonia.
Shit.
Oops! Gremio can't believe this shit. Cleo tells him to be quiet.
Yeah, they shut up.
The man asks for Odessa to help. That rotten Grady of Rockland has strung them up to starve to death. Cleo can't...
That's not a metaphor, by the way.
No. Yeah, they're doing that.
They're strung up.
They're doing that. Cleo can't believe this shit. Without trial, even by Imperial law, that is illegal.
Does Odessa know them, or are they all a loose consortium of outlaws with mutual respect?
I don't think Odessa knows them yet. Flick tells Odessa that Imperial surveillance has been intense lately. We have to keep a low profile. Odessa is aware that we're understaffed, but we can't let these bandits down.
Oh God, they're going to get us to do it.
I have a choice to make. It's our fault, or this has nothing to do with us.
What'd you do, Chris? Are you an honest boy? Is Tyr Michdal a son of honor?
Yes.
Me too.
It's our fault.
It is our fault.
It's both of your faults.
We explain. It fades in and fades out, and we explain the situation to Odessa. Viktor says, even if we didn't know what we were doing, we still have to claim responsibility. You must rescue Varkas and Sydonia, he says. Cleo agrees, but she still doesn't plan on betraying the Empire.
Not yet.
But that fucking Grady guy's unforgivable.
You think if Grady hadn't stiffed us, or I guess that was Kenan that stiffed us, never mind.
Yeah, Gremio agrees too, suggesting that undoing Grady's wrongs would be good for the Empire. Besides, he will follow Young Master. And Gremio's doing like a lot of rationalization here. He seems as if
Gremio's cracking.
Like he's got some moral compass, but also he's a bit blinded by his service to Tyr. He's like, yeah, this is definitely going to work out well for the Empire. It's like, yeah, it's like fucking taking your stitches out too early. It's like, it's going to hurt.
Ugh, yeah.
Like
that hurts anyway. Don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
So with Gremio's rationalization, it's when you rationalize bad behavior and it snowballs into even more really bad behavior. Like once one domino falls, it's just gonna this is gonna accelerate Tyr's path toward the light or dark side.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like I think Gremio's number one priority in terms of his duty would be to Tyr. So ultimately, he's going to go which way Tyr goes. But he's still like sort of, I guess, married a little bit to the Scarlet Moon Empire just because of his service to Teo, and he fought in that war actually. So
He got scarred.
of course.
The bandit thanks us and tells us where Varkas and Sydonia are, and then says they'll, quote, dry up if we don't hurry. Gross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Odessa begs Tyr to do this, then commands Viktor to go too. Viktor speaks in third person and says, Rockland, here we come. I wrote Vicatori joins the party. Flick says, don't for a moment think that I trust you. Viktor, that goes for you too. Cool. I get the feeling that they're all sick of Viktor's shit as well.
Yeah.
They're happy that he's kind of on a mission where he may or may not get killed.
Yep, it's true. Did you stop by the blacksmith to sharpen Viktor's sword on the way out?
Nope.
I did. He's got the Taia sword. Taia. Thanks, Viktor.
I did talk to Sanchez. You know what Sanchez said?
Hi, I'm Sanchez.
Rockland's to the east.
Oh, thanks, Sanchez. Appreciate that.
Once again, Humphrey refuses to speak to
No,
me.
he's all dots.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do anything else before you went to Rockland?
No, I went back to Rockland.
Rockland plays.
Yeah, nothing's changed. So let's go straight to Grady's house.
The guard to Grady's mansion says we have no business here and to get out or we'll be strung up like the bandits. The camera then pans over to the fenced-off backyard with Varkas and Sydonia tied to wooden poles.
Eric, this was changed from in the North American version.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, do you know what it was before?
Torturous nudity.
No, keep guessing. You have
upside down in trash cans.
You have to guess this. Japanese
crucified.
There you go.
There it is.
Ding noise. This means that 75% of the games that we have covered here on Retrograde Amnesia in the main seasons have featured some sort of crucifixion pose.
God damn it. But did Chrono Cross not?
Not that I could think of.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But Squall definitely got hung up there, and obviously Xenogears. I mean, spoiler alert, there's crucifixion in Xenogears. The term censorship is not the right word, but like that's what people use in these situations. But that was the only instance of that I could find for this game.
I love it.
Yep, it's great.
We move over the fence and Gremio says security is tight and we might have trouble sneaking in. Why again do we not just go kill these people? Viktor says to leave it to him. He's used to things like this. He then leaves the party running south at maximum speed. The camera then pans to the right and fire burning shit noises are audible for a few moments.
Yeah, it's great.
Some guy rushes up to the guard screaming for help. The Grady mansion is on fire. The guard can't believe this, and rather than go in the mansion, he exits stage right with the other guy.
I love how our party just kind of stares for a moment.
Yeah.
If this game had the anime sweat drop emote,
yes, that would be happening.
Or added in the sequel, that would be happening right now. It's great.
Viktor then casually strolls back up to the party, and Gremio is wise to his antics. Viktor maintains he didn't do anything, suggesting the weather sure is very dry. Chris, what a scoundrel.
Yes.
Gremio responds, my goodness, young master, don't you dare take after someone like this.
He jumps a little bit when he says that too.
Who in the real net said that Gremio was like Old Mason with zero chill?
So somebody in the real net said, I think it was John Doe said that if Old Mason was young Mason.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Good point.
but basically, yeah, you're right.
I just think that like Gremio is kind of off base here because Viktor didn't kill anybody like Tyr's been doing. He simply set ablaze a rich guy's house.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I think it's admirable. We're back in the party and everything's fine. I move over to the mansion on the right side is 3 animated flames. Let's go inside this burning building.
It's going to be great.
I walk in and observe the flames, burning but not consuming. I get in Grady's bed again and stay there for a minute, absorbing his scent with the warmth. I go in Grady's office and rifle through his desk. Nothing's here. I go into a room with a chest and 2 soldiers rush out and I murder them in their master's house, all for this chest with 1 medicine in it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. 6 uses, though.
The room in the center of the house is really 2 rooms accessible from each side of the wall. Suikoden cuts to a large house screen down 2 different large rooms when entered. Did you, like...
Yeah, there's some, like, side rooms, too, and the scale's all weird.
Disorienting, but there's, like, 700 bits, there's antiques, there's just stuff to collect in here.
Yeah.
Each one usually loaded with soldiers.
Yeah, there's one that you just get ambushed and get no rewards.
And there's some captains in here, too.
At one point, the first time I got attacked by 6 Empire soldiers, I decided to use Cleo's 2nd level spell, which she now has after, I guess, getting level 10, called Firestorm, and it just burned them all to death.
Cool. So
great.
You're incinerating these people down to skeletons.
Yes, the house is already on fire after all.
Yeah,
so, you know.
The cops will never know. They just think they burned in the house.
Yeah. I should have saved that Firestorm, by the way, because as we get to the end of this dungeon, so to speak, we have to fight 6 of these dudes.
A lot of guys in one room.
Yeah. Before we reach the backyard. Outside, Sydonia just laughs. And Varkas just says that he can't see what's going on. I think he's going blind.
Yes.
Eventually, he recognizes us and asks if we've come to laugh at him.
And I do think it's pretty funny. The people that got you into this have like killed the soldiers and now they're back.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Gremio explains that Grady sucks and we're going to help them out now. Cleo expounds on this and says that now that we us are also wanted by the Imperials because a few things happened.
A few things happened.
Which is great.
We'll help you out. Varkas buys it instantly and asks we help Sydonia too. Sydonia then blinks out of existence.
Yeah, remember when I said he had a teleport attack?
And reappears below the party.
Yeah.
He laughs and says that won't be necessary. Varkas can't believe this shit, asking Sydonia why he didn't escape sooner if he has tricks like that.
Yeah. They're doing a lot to give these characters a little personality.
I do love that it's almost a trope, but like false imprisonment, like when Roger Rabbit like takes his hand out of the cuffs so Eddie Valiant can cut it better.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Sydonia laughs and says he couldn't escape alone. Chris, will this ever be explained, and also should it?
No.
Okay, great. I like random magic without long-winded Gremio necessitating explanations. Viktor then starts to realize something about Sydonia, but then Viktor suggests we get the hell out of here. Rather than hop the fence, I walk back into the burning house.
Mm-hmm.
We meet Grady at the front door. He's upset about all the things we've done in the last 10 minutes, then suggests we'll be sorry for our crimes. Varkas takes a step forward, asking if Grady wants a fight. You're not the only one with a grudge. I'll cut out your eyeballs.
I'll rip out your optics.
Nice. Grady takes it. Can you, that's too much violence for a kids to adult-rated game. I'll cut out your eyeballs. Well, yeah, were there ESRB descriptions at this time?
Animated violence, mild language.
You can say hell.
Yeah.
Grady takes a step back. Sydonia steps forward, suggesting he's going to tear Grady to pieces. Grady starts fumbling his words and backing away. Quote, you'll regret this. I'll tell Master Craze about this. You'll get yours. Then Grady skips town. Chris, will we ever see Grady again?
Probably not.
Tough one.
He's got no portrait.
For some reason, Gremio thinks this is the moment to ask Cleo if the Empire will take us back. Cleo says she doesn't know, but I think the answer is, I don't think so, Chris.
Yeah.
Gremio starts to freak out, but Viktor laughs and says not to worry. There are all kinds of ways to make a living. The house is still burning when I leave. Will it be a smoldering hole, a screaming hole next time I'm here?
I don't think so.
After I exit the mansion, Varkas and Sydonia auto walk back to the entrance. Varkas says he owes his life to the Liberation Army. Quote, tell Lady Odessa that if she ever needs help, Varkas and Sydonia will be there in a flash.
Yeah.
Both then leave, wondering if we'll ever meet again. Viktor then says something hilarious. It sure is great to be done.
Yeah, it is great to be done. I love being done with a task.
It sure is great. Yeah, it feels nice. Check it off the list.
Yeah.
Then suggests we go back to Lenankamp. Viktor also tries to recruit Tyr to spend more time with the Liberation Army. He gives Tyr a hard sell with 2 words that can convince anyone to do anything. You ready for those 2 words, Chris?
What is it?
Come on.
Yeah.
Coolhead Cleo suggests we return to Lenankamp before we decide what to do. Is Lenankamp supposed to be like a day's journey, or what do we read into that? Like, is this like an instant?
Well, remember when they walked to Rockland, they were ready to be home for dinner, but they also had to eat jerky along the way. So
Yeah.
I think they were probably gone for a
walk.
couple days or so.
All
Yeah.
right. Lenankamp, music, Rock City plays.
I love Rock City, rocking in Lenankamp. Great.
Those are the words of that song. That's
Sure.
right.
Let's go back down the grandfather clock stairs and meet Odessa and the gang.
It took me a while to remember where this was, by the way. I was like, is there a sewer?
She welcomes us back, thanks God, and says our problems are solved, sure.
God's not capitalized. It could just be a metaphor.
No, yeah, the ruling forces of this world, I don't know what they are. I guess the 27 true runes, who knows. Gremio asks what she means. Flick can't believe whatever shit it is that he knows that we don't.
Yep.
What? She tells Tyr that, take a look at this. It is plans for a fire spear. This is just a rumor place.
I was like, your big plan's a fire spear.
I think that this fire spear is perhaps not localized, translated as it's. I think
it's say I've got flame arrows.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a ballista of some sort.
Okay,
like an automatic weapon or a catapult thing.
Yeah. Okay,
something like that.
Fire spear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She says that the Liberation Army is small, but someday will be big enough to take on the Imperials head on.
If you gave me 100 guesses what the Army's secret project was, fire spear would not appear on the
No,
list.
I actually didn't remember what it was. I thought it was going to be like secret plan. I knew there was some sort of secret plans, but being a fire spear, no.
Sanchez pipes up, giving this plan some credibility. We spent good money for this at the dwarf mines.
Yeah.
Chris, this world has dwarfs in it.
Dwarves confirmed, yes.
There's another great line next.
Yeah,
Odessa explains this blueprint must reach their secret factory,
yeah.
but they can't leave the hideout unattended. Oh, really? Another errand for the master of errands, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Could be me.
We are the protagonists. We need to do the errands.
Are they going to build the Goliath there, Chris?
Yes. She wants us to take on this assignment, yes.
Yep. Gremio gets hopping mad, asking if Odessa realizes that we're members of the Imperial Army. How can you expect us to betray them? This is like my third, come on, Gremmy, what are we doing?
Yeah, Grimmy.
Gremio wants Tyr to leave immediately. She pulls Tyr away from the group.
But yeah, whatever.
Fuck, man.
It's fine.
Odessa begs us to wait. Do you have any idea what the Empire is really doing? Do you know what the people want? Or will you pretend to ignore all that? Gremio, you saw with your own eyes, heard with your own ears. Are you willing to ignore the truth despite all you see and hear?
Yep.
What about you, Tyr? Do you still want to return to the Empire? And continue to be McDull's little boy.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Are you willing to ignore the truth?
Little boy call out.
My mom told me there'd be no wars.
Yeah, right. Hey, where's Tyr's mom?
I believe she died during childbirth.
Okay, is that like a plot point anywhere?
No, I think it's supplementary material or maybe in some dialogue later.
Nice.
I don't know which is which, so I will just say it.
Tyr loves and respects his dad, but Odessa is challenging his ego, and also he's 16.
Yes.
We get a choice.
Yep.
My father goes his way, I go mine, or since I'm a member of the Imperial Army. Father goes his, that seems like awkward a little bit.
It does seem awkward because by all accounts his father isn't necessarily a baddie. I mean, he works for the baddies.
Yeah, well,
he is a baddie, but he doesn't necessarily do bad things.
All Imperials are baddies, Chris.
They are. I agree with you.
Can a man have honor if he's a baddie?
No.
Can he be brainwashed into thinking he does?
Yes. But I don't think Tyr has come to this realization yet.
Oh,
so
no.
I think it's too early.
No, this is the Act 1.
I think it's too early for him to be spouting a line like this.
Like instantly at this point, with the way this is going, I have no idea how Suikoden ends. I picture final battle, me versus dad. And Chris is no-selling it as he should.
Yes.
I pick my father goes his way, I go mine. Gremio can't believe this shit. Wait just a moment, young master. Talk like that, and you'll never rejoin the Imperials. Don't you care? Come on, Cleo, talk to him.
Cleo goes where young master goes. Her job's to protect him. She's all about the work.
I miss being as impulsive as I was when I was 16. It's 1 a.m. Let's go see what's in the dumpster behind Staples.
Gremio spits dots.
Yeah.
We then approach Odessa. She explains this is a blueprint for a fire spear. Thanks again.
Fire spear, secret factory.
Yeah.
Shit.
Ballista, trebuchet, factory. Sanchez says go to Mount Tiger Wolf.
Is Sanchez like this cartographer or something? He's like always telling us his directions.
I would describe Sanchez as the handler.
What, like for Odessa? Like he can't unleash
for
Odessa
for the Liberation Army.
So he smooths it out so the common folk don't think it's a big scary thing.
He's the guy later in the game that you talk to change your party.
Oh.
That's who he is.
So he's Margie, okay.
Yes, that's who he
Great.
is. We've got to go across the river. There's a bridge, etc. Over the mountain, there's a village called Saradi? Saradi. Someone from the factory will meet us there. Flick doth protest. He tells Odessa that we may be a spy. He doesn't think that she should give the blueprints of something that may change the destiny of the Liberation Army.
You should have more than one egg in more than one basket. Your only plan shouldn't be the fire spear for the secret ninja guy at the secret town in the secret mountain who works at the secret factory.
Eric, we're the Liberation Army. We have to operate in the shadows. That's all we have.
I'm just going to assume that Odessa is just but one of many cells working on this project and not the only fucking cell. There's no way that's possible.
Yeah, that's true. Odessa says she's going too, though, Flick.
Hell yeah.
Flick's like, yeah, I'm going too. Flick doesn't join your party, though, because Odessa says that Flick needs to stay here and protect this empty sewer.
It's about time you began acting like a leader.
Yeah, Flick.
Victor promises to protect Odessa if Flick promises to protect this hideout.
Yep.
Odessa says it's settled then and joins the party. This time it says party, not entourage. Does that mean something different, or are these words interchangeable?
No, because I think later in the game it just turns into joined.
Okay, just joined. They just drop the noun entirely?
Yeah, because they don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. we'll see that. when we get there.
Sewer noises resume, and we're off and out of here. I
And-
talked to Flick, though.
Yeah?
He tells me I'll be sorry if any harm comes to Odessa.
Oh, yeah. Better,
Sanchez tells us directions. You know what Humphrey says?
dots.
And you know what else Humphrey's got? Cape.
Yeah, he does. It's yellow. There are two characters. Well, actually, no. Odessa has a red cape, so we are.
Does Grammy have a cape?
Oh yeah, God, everybody's got differently colored capes here.
Are we wearing capes for the wife cast in this one?
We could, or bandanas. Well, we'll have
Why
to
not
see.
both?
We'll have to see what comes up in Suikoden 2, though.
Much to think about.
Much to think about.
Much to think about when they don't ask for my help the whole show.
Do you want to think about the end of this podcast?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Initializing RealNet.
Hello, RealNet. Cal L says, how long until Eric realizes that the rune isn't a glove? The answer was 9 minutes.
Great. Good.
So
Were there any bets on that, or that
I don't know.
it's presented as a glove? I don't know what a rune
He
is.
takes his glove off to.
What the hell's a rune? Is it a crystal? Is it a glyph? Is it an inscription?
I guess.
Is
I
it a
guess.
juice? Is it a date? Is it a false tooth? Are your glasses a rune? Are your headphones a rune? Are they imbibed with magic powers?
Dubert says Victor fucks.
Yeah, Victor fucks. Victor absolutely
Eric
fucks.
Von Ein says Victor lifts. Which, yeah, look at them arms,
Yeah, he
dude.
probably lifts. Yeah.
Look at those
It's
arms.
possible to fuck and lift.
Yeah, it's true.
I bet Victor has like a hygiene issue, though.
Oh, yeah, he stinks.
Yeah.
John Doe says, was that a fucking Orson Welles Unicron Destiny? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, play the sound for fun, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a count. What's it called?
The Suikoden Invisible Hand of Destiny count.
Okay, yeah. I guess we haven't come across one yet, but here's the sound effect for anybody. It's a free preview for the RealNet tonight. That's something, Eric.
Invisible Hand of Destiny. Like, can I get away with an 11-second sound effect? Probably. Let's see.
You can always kind of fade it out and, whatever. Cal L says, I like the options they give you, but this game has big but thou must energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, only from certain characters, though. Like, Gremio speaks properly all the time, whereas Cleo's more willing to drop the formality.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be, at least.
John Doe says, Victor is basically JRPG Han Solo, and it kind of rules.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The scoundrel. The smuggler.
Everyone says they gave Victor the clone rune when they got the clone rune.
I sold that.
Why are you selling your runes, dog?
I needed inventory space to buy shit.
Don't sell runes.
I don't know that.
You need runes. Put a rune on Victor. He doesn't have very much magic, so just give him a rune that doesn't have magic.
I needed the bits a little bit more, Chris.
You know what you could do to free up inventory?
What's that?
Attach a rune.
But see, what if I need to heal myself? Those medicines, those will come in handy.
Yeah, you'll get a water runes later, Eric. They replenish. I need you to use runes, okay? You're going to need to train yourself to use runes.
We're going to see about that.
You're going to need to train yourself to use runes, or you're never going to beat Suikoden 2.
Well, we've got a long time until then.
You'll be okay in this one, probably.
See? I don't have to worry about it now.
I'm glad some characters have runes that you can't take off.
Yeah,
Jesus.
We'll see. I'll try it.
Can't take the Soulator off, Eric. And it's pretty strong once you actually start getting magic for
The
it.
glove's stuck to my hand.
Shy Guy 32 says, all the apes have been funged.
Somebody funged my apes.
Cal L says, you wouldn't funge a car. John Doe says, Suikoden has a lot of extremely punchable faces. It's impressive.
Yeah. They're very... the art isn't like a renowned... I know I probably said who did the art in the first episode, but like, do they return for Suikoden 2? Suikoden do the same? That looks a little bit different.
It is different. For example, like you've seen the emotes in our Discord, right? Like all those are from Suikoden 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't recognize any of these fuckers so far.
Yeah, they're all... I haven't made any Suikoden ones yet. Like there's a Flick one that you'll see that's a lot different. John Doe says, Pawn's betrayal is really ineffective from a ludonarrative standpoint. He's a strong dude with a powerful unite attack, and having him leave your party because he's a narc really stings. Eric Von Ein says, Odessa is based. John Doe says, Odessa is fucking great. See? Told you.
I'm getting strong energy from Odessa. Young, driven, female empowerment.
Kal-El says, is it weird that Metal Gear Solid also uses the name Silverberg?
Meryl, yeah.
Meryl.
Did her last name change at some point, or is it just Master Miller that got like a retcon?
I'm not sure. I don't think her name changed.
I'd be curious if her last name was that in Police Nuts.
Meryl.
Initializing
Yes, even when Meryl Silverborough was the commanding officer of Rat Patrol Team 1, Her last name was Silverborough.
Lil Mandragora says Humphrey, the other silent protagonist. Yeah. I think Humphrey does talk.
Yeah, I figure he's got a problem.
Eventually.
Yeah. Some Silent Bob.
John Doe says big Glenn energy from Flick. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's got a little Glenn in him. But unlike, well, I guess Glenn does have an arc. Flick also has an arc.
Yeah, Glenn's arc is to die in jail.
Yeah, it's true. I guess most of, no, actually, I take it back. All of Glenn's arc is flashbacks. Grimio says, no.
Wow.
SSD just says Grimio has that big, and then does the hand finger emotes and looking up like uwu energy. And then Unipark says, hard agree. Took me by surprise because of his Bishonen looking portrait.
Here's the word again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Grimio is a fascinating character. And I don't know that he would be, like, he would lose at least 15% of his power and appeal if his name weren't Grimio.
Yeah, Grimio.
I've never encountered a Grimio, like, it's like half gremlin and half piano.
Last time you said half gremlin, half mellow yellow. Just keep making it different every time you say it. It'd be funny. John Doe says Chrono Cross didn't need a crucifixion because it's right there in the name.
There has to be some crucifixion imagery that we just overlooked in Chrono. Like, a JRPG cannot escape that. Like, did Dario, when he rose up out of the bone ashes, was he in the Jesus pose?
He could have been.
I'm going to Control F my Chrono Cross notes for Jesus.
Yeah, another reason that you should use runes, Eric.
Yeah.
John Doe says magic in this game is pretty strong. It's really strong. Magic's really strong. So that's why
the other thing with that is, like, it's limited use. And what if I use all my spells and I would need them later? I better save them.
Save them for the boss.
Yeah, but what if there's like a boss after the boss? How am I supposed to know? I better save them for that boss.
You'll have some left over because you've got plenty of characters. You won't need them all.
I've only got like 5 now, Chris. Surely I shouldn't use them yet.
You'll always have 6 at a time, though. Eric Vinine says that Mount Tiger Wolf, my favorite Stallone movie.
Yeah, that is massive 80s energy coming out of that.
John Doe, I haven't even read this yet, and it's already funny. John Doe says the change from entourage to party is symbolic of Tyr's transformation from a member of the bourgeoisie oppressors to a member of the working class rebellion.
You can probably read into that too, right? Like, his language gets more common folk tongue.
Yeah. I think it is just a
localization,
inconsistency in the localization. Yeah.
Spinning propeller hat.
Everyone's upset with you for selling the clone rune.
Sorry, you can get another one, right?
I don't know.
See,
if it's like water, fire,
wind, water, heart, Captain Planet, I get it.
Yeah, then those you can usually buy new ones, but hang on to your runes.
I don't really think I need clones in my video game.
It's a powerful attack. And those,
does it use the power of clones? Because that's against science.
The physical attack runes, like Pawn's Boar rune, like it doesn't expire. It just gives you one extra powerful attack.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, thanks, RealNet, for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. Thank you. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on February 21st, 2022. Thank you, Mark
Shepard,
for the music.
You're welcome, Chris.
You can find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod. And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/RetroAM. Get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, and you can vote for our next series or miniseries. And join the RealNet. Email us at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. Until next time, Eric.
Yes, we will sell all of our crystal clone runes for a pittance.
The Clone Wars have begun, I see, Eric. Now you may go back to sleep.
You know, at your job, when you went to a job that pointed at you and said, "Here's a guy," over and over, like that was his like "Hello, how are you doing?" thing. Here's a guy. Here's a guy. Every day, fucking guy points at me and says, "Here's a guy," and I'm like, "I'm the guy."
I had a guy who I wouldn't be surprised if he did that, but I don't think he used those exact words. Just a whole lot of nothing. Just nothing to say.
Like, you got to go through like a process where you get pissed off at it, and then you get pissed off at the repetition. Then you want to say something to him, but then the eventual end move is just to resolve to just let him do it and play along every single day. Which drives you insane, but it keeps things neutral.
If you want to say something random to somebody,
my everyday move, okay, yeah,
and actually make them feel happy, then This might not work for you, but
Top Gun high five.
compliment their clothing.
Oh,
Like say, nice shirt. I like your shirt. I like your shoes.
I like your shoes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that one at work tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll field test it.
You have to actually like their shoes, though.
There's zero chance of that happen.
Anyway, are we doing a podcast?
I don't know, man. Advice on not to be a sociopath. What do you want to do? Spin-off episode? Be a human?
I don't have to deal with that shit anymore because I work at home. It's great. I mean, people IM you.
People are words on your screen. They're not even people.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, sometimes I have to talk to them, but I don't. Like, if somebody IMs me some bullshit, I can just ignore it. I turned read notifications off.
Hell yeah.
But on MS Teams, if you turn read notifications off, it's two-way street. You don't get them either.
It's fine. You roll those dice.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Somebody IM'd me today. I don't even know what the guy's name was. And it just said it was me and another guy, and it said, Chris and Michael, please join this call, like the call that was going on.
Goddamn. Called out.
And I looked at my phone and I was like, I'm off today, so I just deleted the notification.
Nice.
But then about 5-6 minutes later, he just sent double question marks. I'm like, I'm not responding. You don't double question mark somebody.
No way.
No,
No way.
No.
That is aggressive and unwanted. Never double question mark somebody.
No. I mean, I'm off. I'm off work. And even if I'm not off work, I might be busy.
Yeah, you could be like driving.
The shit that you think that I know, most of that shit I made up and happen to be right about. So you don't even want me there. Yeah, it's funny how you can wear like two pairs of boots.
Yeah. Two
Great.
capes.
Just
Front, front cape, back cape.
Just like Sam Porter Bridges.
Yeah, you need to carry a spare pair of boots on you at all times, dude.
Yeah, I was playing Death Stranding in front of my children the other day.
That's not good.
No,
Should
well,
make a piss bomb.
speaking of, I guess that's saying speaking of. I should just say, just fucking,
Speaking in.
just say it.
Delivering the message.
I made my wife aware of the fact that she always, like, when she wants to tell me something, she prefaces it with FYI. And I'm like, I know it's for my information because you're telling me, so you don't have to say FYI. So now whenever she says FYI,
but like,
she stumbles on it.
Yeah, okay, you've ruined her.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I was just pointing it out. I wasn't. It doesn't
You made
bother
her
me.
hyper aware of a personality tick, and now it's
It doesn't bother
poisoned.
me. I was just saying it was funny. Anyway, just fix the font. I know that they have that. I'm sure they have like some CRM software that like scrapes the tweets that they receive to tell them what feedback they're getting.
Yeah.
If they're smart, like most companies have.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever they make a post about Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, I just reply font. Just font.
just cultivate into raw data.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Well, Victor can. Oh yeah.
Kyle, take it easy.
Where's Cody?
They took him.
Damn. Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. They just wanted your brother. Baby, what are you doing?
What do you think? I need to find Cody.
Kyle, I don't think this is another of Cody's street brawls. This looks like some serious shit. That guy could have killed you.
Yeah, well, he'll be sorry he didn't.
Kyle, please. They're sure to kill you this time.
Not leaving Cody hanging.
Yeah, but I just don't think
Listen to me. I gotta do this.
All right. Look, they dropped this.
Matches? Metro Diner. Oh, you're the best. Thanks, baby.
Victor protests to protect Odessa if Flick promises to protect this hideout.
I think you need to say that again.
I do. Victor promises.